All right. Does it show we're recording?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. My name is Rhonda Hicks. I serve as the director for Upward Bound Wichita Prep and Upward Bound Empowerment here at Wichita State University. And
Hi, my name is Jaya Escobar Bhattacharjee, and I serve as associate director for Upward Bound Wichita Prep.
awesome. And we're going to go through our informational video for you today and to share with you parents and students on how you can apply for Upward Bound and the Upward Bound process. So here we go. Upward Bound, we are funded by the Department of Education. We write grants for these programs, and we're funded by the Department of Education. We are a TRIO program. So when you hear TRIO, that lets you know right off the bat that we are serving first-generation limited income students, helping them to be successful. And presently, we are serving USD 259. We've been serving USD 259 since 1965. This is a nice picture of our bridge students. These are students who graduate. So for instance, class of 2020, they would graduate. We call them bridge students. And in the summer, they take college courses. And at the end of that summer, we go to a banquet. And this is what we're doing. We're celebrating with our couple of years ago. These are our bridge students. So that lets you know what's happening there. There's basically three main goals or so for Upward Bound. One is for you to graduate high school on time. This is what we expect for students. We expect students to attend the college or university of their choice, and we expect them to graduate with at least a 4 years bachelor's degree. We do accept, or an associate's degree is great as well, but we like for students to go as far as possible. So these are the three main goals of Upward Bound. This is, I'm trying to see, where are we here in this picture, Jaya?
One's the one around with the yellow border is Exploration Place.
Okay.
And the one on the right, I believe, was a college trip.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So these are just some live footage of what we do with students. So we have two components to our program. We have the academic year, which runs September through May. During the academic year, our main focus is for tutoring, class meetings. We meet 2 Saturdays a month, and the goal is for the students' grade point average to be as strong as possible, and that's what we help them with.
Yes. And then in the summer program, generally our summer program runs June through July. Our students have the opportunity to live on campus in the residence halls and get that college experience. They take classes throughout the day and evening. We have workshops and different mini events for the students. And then at the end of our summer program, they have the opportunity to go on a trip. And so generally when we go on a trip, we take a night or two and go regionally versus just what you might get to do during the academic year or the school year, where you might go a couple hours away. When we go on a summer trip, we're going a little bit further out, and we're visiting multiple colleges just so you can see and have the opportunity to see what might be the good fit for you.
Absolutely. This is some of our residential in the Shocker Hall. Well, no, that's a banquet. And then this is the empowerment group picture of students in the residence hall. So having a lot of fun there.
Okay, so there's a couple of qualifications you need to meet in order to be a part of Upward Bound. But the main thing that you need to know is that you need to believe in yourself. You have to have the confidence in yourself that you're going to be a college graduate. And so you have to have that desire within you. That fire within you has to come from you. And we are also seeking students who are trying to be their best, whatever that is, trying to do the best for themselves and their families and be their best. So those are the qualifications we seek in students. The qualifications in terms of how does one qualify? They do need to be a U.S. citizen or have a legal status here in the United States. They also need to be first generation, meaning your parents have not graduated from college. And then another way to qualify is if you meet income guidelines. And so,
Yes. So it's either one or the other. You can, for example, you can have a certain income, but if your parents are not a college graduate, you can get in that way, and then vice versa. Awesome. All right, more pictures.
yay.
That's Upper Bound Wichita Prep on the left there. No, this empowerment, it's a mixture of both students. Okay, so anyway, we're getting to the application part.
So in order to fill out the steps, in order to fill out the application, we do have an application. It is a little bit thick. We do need to have some information about you. Like we mentioned earlier, we are a federal program, and being that we're federal, we just have to have the documentation that goes along with all of that. One thing we haven't mentioned, though, is we are an absolutely free of cost program.
Oh, yes.
So everything that we do is free, and part of that exchange is you filling out that application in the beginning. So there's nothing hard about the application. You fill everything in or check the boxes, put their circles where they need to go, but you just fill that out. Then you turn that into an Upper Bound staff member, myself or Miss Hicks, and we'll show you how to do that here at the end. The ending part of that process is you come in, you and a parent, student and parent come in for an interview. We're doing this virtually now, so you have an interview, and then you would receive a letter of acceptance or non-acceptance, and we would go from there.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback on the free, so the free trips, the free room and board and meals and tutors, we pour in a lot to our students. And so that, I believe that overall is mind-boggling, so to speak, but we're excited to do it. So now we're going to look at the application. So I'm going to stop sharing here briefly and move over to look at the application. Let me know when you see the screen, Jaya.
Yes, I see.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so we have our application here. Like Jaya said, it's lengthy, but it's worth it. So you'll see a letter pretty much giving you an overview of what we just said. Oh my goodness. And I'll just do the first 2 pages and you do the next ones, Jan. So okay. We have the overall application for admission. So you just need to read through it, parents and students, fill it out. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so you have that. The second page is family information, mother, father, guardian. Emergency contact, that needs to be someone different than your parents or guardian. So that's really important. Also, what lets us know if you're first generation is this question: has either of your parents received a bachelor's degree, father, mother, or neither? So you'll want to check that. And if this is in person, you're mailing it to us, you would sign and date it. If it's virtually, because this is a Word document that you're going to receive that we'll send to you via email, then all you have to do is type in your name, date it for the student, and name and date for the parent. So Jan, we have this one for you.
Sure. So this portion, your parent or guardian would fill out this for you. And it's primarily based on the income tax return, whatever your latest, most recent income tax return is.
Apologize.
So you would go along and fill those questions out by that. One of the most important questions on there is that taxable income, which qualifies a family for being meeting income guidelines. And then you know the rest. You just fill out the rest. Those questions are self-explanatory.
Yes.
There, and just sign it, and then you would attach your income tax statement, and we would just verify it that way.
Right. And if you did not file, you have a different type of resources. then sometimes we'll request a letter or something like that, but we can get to that once you turn it in. Next page is insurance provider.
Yeah.
You want to do that one?
Sure. Insurance provider, oftentimes your young people are with us quite a bit. And so, especially if they're living with us in the residence halls. So this information, you just fill it out from your card. And each card, an insurance company might be different. They might have different numbers or different terminology, but just do your best to fill it out and match that. And then also we do ask for a copy of the insurance or medical card so that way we can verify that information.
Mhm.
And by verify, it's just us taking a look at what's written.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have this is like a medical provider release and the parent release.
Mm-hmm.
Travel release.
Mm-hmm.
With authorization for release of records, you need to fill this out. The high school is important, all right? Well, everything is important. And so these that are checked, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is required, right?
Correct. Because we are with you until you graduate from college. And so this will help us, even if you haven't taken the ACT or SAT yet. Once you do, we'll get those results. Once you graduate from high school, we'll get those results. And then every semester we get your semester transcript from the district.
Yes, and that's important because that gives us the opportunity to, ensure that you are being successful academically. So student signs, parent signs, date. All right. And we also need a copy of the transcript,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Copy of the transcript. You can call your counselor, registrar, you can get that. You want to do this one?
Sure. Models release form. Young people take selfies all the time, and so sometimes they don't even consider this. But models release form, we often take video or pictures of our events, different things, just like you've seen some of our pictures in this PowerPoint of students. So if we do, and it just allows us to put pictures in our PowerPoints and our newsletters on our Facebook page of the different things and activities that we have going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Yeah, so the parent signs that. You want to take this one?
Sure. Applicant questionnaire, it's just a little bit so we have a better idea of who you are and what it is that you're striving to, who you're striving to become, what it is you want to do in your future. So this just gives us a little bit more information. And I believe the last question on here on the questionnaire is actually, I guess the next page
Yes.
is the essay. And so that's a 75-word essay. Why would you want to be in Upward Bound? And 75 words, students, it's really like a paragraph. We don't often count our words, but if you did, you would find that you use more words than you realize. So 75 words is actually pretty short.
Yes.
And then we just give you the space to do that.
Yes. And the last one is a nomination and recommendation form. We want to hear what your principal, teacher, or counselor has to say about you. So this is what they will fill out. So when we send you the application via email, you will have this sheet. It'll be in your application, but you'll also have this one in a separate file, so you can send it to your principal, teacher, or counselor, and they will complete this part. And that concludes the application. Was there anything else you wanted to say about the application?
It's not hard. It's just, you just fill it in and you have all the answers because it's all about you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay, so you can see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. So what do we do next?
So you complete the application, and I don't think we said where you get the application. So,
well, right now we can send the application, or we have it on our website. And let's see. I was doing really good with this screen sharing. Let's just go over here and let me go to the website real quick. All right, see my screen?
yes.
Okay, so it's wichita.edu/UBWP, and I'll put that on the slide. But when you come here, you will go right here where it says UB student application, okay? And you'll just click on that and you'll get the application should come right up. I just gotta make sure that that is a Word document. So you'll be able to fill that out. So let's go back here and
we do realize certain people have different limitations on how they're able to access information. So Word document, meaning you can just fill the rest of it out. If you have Adobe on your computer, then you're able, you can have a fillable document. It's a PDF and a fillable document. Or if you need it printed, just email us and we can mail it to you if that's what needs to happen. But whatever it is, go ahead and apply. It's well worth it. It's an excellent program, and our students have an edge above any others that are that don't use Upward Bound. There's no comparison to Upward Bound. So.
Yeah. So these are our emails, Jaya and Rhonda. You have that. After you have completed when you get the application, you complete it. Then when we receive it, we'll check it, make sure we have everything, and then we'll schedule an interview. The interview has to be with the parent and the student, or guardian and the student. So we interview both, because this is a commitment. Upward Bound is a commitment. We follow you from the time that you become a student to the rest of your life, basically, at least through you graduating and getting your college degree. And then we become a part of your family as well. So we get invited to a lot of different activities and family events with our students, and we like that. Once we interview you, you will receive an acceptance letter or a denial letter. Yeah, so, okay. So overall, of course, Upward Bound wants you. Our final words, I've been working with Upward Bound 21 years. I really believe in this program. It works. We have an expectation and an agreement with students and parents that you want to graduate high school, you want to go to college and obtain your college degree. Upward Bound is a program that will hold you accountable for that, as we are holding ourselves accountable. And we have phenomenal numbers every year. We have graduates going to high school, graduating high school, going to college. We have doctors and lawyers and teachers and just a plethora of students from a lot of different backgrounds who have gotten their degrees. And so we know that the program works, and we're excited that you are excited about becoming an Upward Bound participant. So I'll leave it to Jaya for the final words.
Yeah, we look forward to serving you. We pour a lot of love and resources and everything we have into the young people that we serve. And so we look forward to meeting you and becoming a part of your family.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna stop right here, and